Good morning, dear student, and welcome back to civics class. Dear students, we are learning about the Union Parliament. No? Okay, today we will learn about the election and the roles of Speaker of the Lok Sabha. Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha are the two houses of the Indian Parliament, and these houses have presiding officers. One who conduct the meeting of the house. He is known as the presiding officer. And he is known as the speaker in the Lok Sabha and chairman in the Rajya Sabha. So speaker of the Lok Sabha, the presiding officer of the Lok Sabha, one who conduct the meeting of the Lok Sabha in an order. And today we will learn about his election and the various roles of the Speaker of the Lok Sabha. He is the presiding officer of the Lok Sabha. He conducts the business of the House. So what is the business of the House? No, we know that Indian Parliament has 3 meetings in 1 year. We have already learned budget session, monsoon session and the winter session of the Indian Parliament. And who can call the meeting of the Parliament? We have already learned, no. President of India can call the meeting of the Parliament and he can prorogue the meeting, only the President. And we have learned what is the difference between adjournment of the House and the prorogation of the House. So one question to you, who can adjourn the meeting of the Lok Sabha? So you can write, Speaker can adjourn the meeting of the Lok Sabha and when? Some conditions we have learned, no. And who can adjourn the meeting of the Rajya Sabha? Chairman of the Rajya Sabha. Vice President of India is the chairman of the Rajya Sabha. Please remember this one, Okay, he occupies a position, Speaker of the Lok Sabha, occupies a position of great authority and responsibility. He has wide powers to maintain discipline in the House. In the table of presidents, he ranks higher than all cabinet ministers. In the table of presidents, no, that is what we can say. In that order of power, we can say, His position is above all the cabinet ministers with respect to the discharges of his powers and functions. The Speaker is not answerable to anyone except the House. No court of law can go into the merits of a ruling given by him. So what do you mean by ruling of the Speaker? So directions of the Speaker we can say direction is ruling. During the meeting of the Lok Sabha, he can give rulings, and the members have to follow that rulings. Rulings of the Speaker. Then, and now his election. Who can elect the Speaker of the Lok Sabha? Who can elect the Speaker of the Lok Sabha? Now, before that, in the election, the Speaker of the Lok Sabha is selected from among its own members soon after the newly elected House meets for the first time. So here one question to you, who can elect the Speaker of the Lok Sabha, or who is electing the Speaker of the Lok Sabha? Then you can write, members of the Lok Sabha can elect a Speaker and a Deputy Speaker from among themselves. Means Speaker must be a member of the Lok Sabha. Deputy Speaker must be a member of the Lok Sabha. When is the election? So after the election, there will be the meeting of the Lok Sabha, newly elected Lok Sabha. In that meeting, the members can elect the Speaker and the Deputy Speaker. When the House is dissolved, the Speaker does not vacate his office. We have learned, President of India can dissolve the Lok Sabha if the Lok Sabha complete the 5-year term. One more condition is there, the President of India can dissolve the Lok Sabha before the completion of the term of 5 years if the Lok Sabha passed a vote of no confidence motion against the government. The Prime Minister and the Council Ministers will resign during that time, so the President of India can dissolve the Lok Sabha. We have learned. The normal term of the Lok Sabha is 5 years. Please remember all this. He remains in office till a new speaker is elected by the new Lok Sabha in his first meeting. The speaker is elected for a term of 5 years. He can seek re-election any number of times if he is elected as the member of the Lok Sabha. Okay. His term is 5 years. No? The speaker may resign from his post on health or on other grounds by submitting a letter of resignation to the deputy speaker. The speaker can also be removed by the Lok Sabha if the majority of the members pass a resolution to this effect. Okay. What is the term of the speaker of the Lok Sabha? 5 years. Second question, who is electing the speaker of the Lok Sabha and when? Then he can write, members of the Lok Sabha can elect a speaker from among themselves when the newly elected house meet the first time. And now something about deputy speaker. The constitution provides for the office of the deputy speaker who perform the duties of the speaker when the latter is absent or while the office of the speaker is vacant. The deputy speaker is elected or is removed from office in the same way as the speaker. If the speaker is absent, okay, the deputy speaker will preside the meeting. Okay, now role and functions of the speaker. What are the various roles of the speaker of the Lok Sabha? In order to conduct the business, the speaker presides over the meeting of the house. All speeches and remarks are addressed to the speaker. He allows time for discussion. So, speaker of the Lok Sabha will conduct the meeting of the Lok Sabha. Members can ask questions, can speak in the house with the permission of the speaker. The speaker interprets or explains the rules of procedure of the house. His decision in all parliamentary matters is final. If there is a doubt regarding anything, so the speaker of Lok Sabha will give a ruling. That will be the final answer or ruling. All bills passed by the house are signed by him before they are sent to the Rajya Sabha for his consideration or to President for his assent. Suppose what if we can say a member of the Lok Sabha introduced a bill in the Lok Sabha. Okay. And the Lok Sabha members pass after the discussion. Then the bill has to go to the Rajya Sabha. It is compulsory. And during that time, Speaker of the Lok Sabha will sign on the bill and send to the Rajya Sabha for his consideration. In another case, Rajya Sabha sent a bill to the Lok Sabha. Okay, Rajya Sabha discussed and passed a bill. And the chairman of the Rajya Sabha sent the bill to the Lok Sabha for his consideration. Okay, Lok Sabha members also discussed and passed the bill. Then the third stage is that the Speaker of the Law will send the bill to the President Chamber office for his sign. Okay. The Speaker decides the admissibility of all questions and resolutions. He decides the admissibility of a motion of adjournment. It means what? His permission is very essential for all these motions, okay, questions in the House. Already we have learned what is adjournment motion. Okay. He puts the issues to vote and announces the results. The Speaker does not vote in the House except when there is equal vote on the both sides. That is treasury bench and the opposition. What do you mean by treasury bench? The ruling side, opposition. Okay, another side. Okay. So, okay, when the Speaker of the Lok Sabha can cast a note in the Lok Sabha. Okay. So, listen. If there is a tie between the ruling side and the opposition wing, tie. Suppose what we can say, today there is a meeting of the Lok Sabha. 500 members are present. And after all the discussion, so the Speaker of Lok Sabha put a bill for what? Voting. Okay, so what happened? The result is 250 members support the bill and remaining 250 oppose the bill. So it will create a tie, barabar ho gaya, 250. During that time, the Speaker of the Lok Sabha will cast a vote according to his will, and this vote is known as the casting vote. So what do you mean by casting vote? Casting vote is a tiebreaker, no? If there is a tie in the Lok Sabha between the Treasury bench and the opposition side, the Speaker of the Lok Sabha can cast a vote to break the tie. This vote is known as the casting vote. Okay. But when it is, if there is a tie between the Treasury bench or the ruling side and the opposition during the passing of a bill, then to break the tie, the Speaker can cast a vote. That is known as the casting vote. Okay. The Speaker decides whether a bill is a money bill or not. And now administrative functions. The Speaker receives all petitions and documents in the House. He communicates the decisions of the House to the concerned authorities. He regulates the admission of visitors and press correspondence to the galleries of the House. So, if you want, you can watch the meeting of the Lok Sabha or Parliament. No, there is visitors gallery. Pass you have to you need. Okay, anyway, and in order to maintain discipline in the House, the Speaker maintains order in the House. When members become unruly, he may order them to withdraw. He may suspend a member if he or she disregards the authority of the chair. In case of grave disorder, he can adjourn the House. So, Speaker can take various actions to maintain discipline and order in the House. If a member is behaving against his ruling, so the Speaker can suspend him from the House. Okay. Then, in case the words used by a member are indecent or unparliamentary, the Speaker may order that such words be expunged from the proceedings of the House. Members have to use what we as a parliamentary term, so they cannot use vulgar language. Okay, language. If a member uses such kind of what we can say, words, so Speaker will ask the members, some officers are there, they are writing all the records in a book. No, they will remove that word. The Speaker decides whether there is a case for a matter relating to breach of privilege or contempt of the House. Contempt of the House. Okay, so all the members of what we can say this one, power, privileges. If any authority, break their privilege, so Speaker will make an inquiry. Okay, then in regard to a question whether a member of the Lok Sabha stands disqualified under anti-defection law, the question shall be referred to the decision of the Speaker. The Constitution says that Speaker's decision shall be final and no court shall have any jurisdiction in this regard. We know that members can change the party, member of the Lok Sabha can change the party, it is a privilege. But what will be the result? Speaker will disqualify them from the House. Okay, please remember we have learned disqualification. So in this matter, Speaker's decision is the final one. Okay. And now some other functions, parliamentary committees. He can appoint a number of parliamentary committees. Speaker is the ex-officio chairman of some committees of the House, such as the Business Advisory Committee, the Rules Committee. There are many committees, Select Committee, Business Advisory Committee, Rules Committee, and other committees also. So, Speaker is the head of these committees and can appoint members to this committee. He appoints chairman of all the committees of the House. Chairman means head. He issues directions to the chairman in all matters relating to their working and the procedure to be followed. Speaker will direct the committees and some other functions. The Speaker presides over the joint sessions of the both houses of Parliament. What do you mean by joint session of the Parliament? Sometimes the President of India can call the joint meeting of the Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha joint meeting. It means meeting of all the members of the Parliament together at the Central Hall of the Indian Parliament. Okay, who can call the joint meetings? President of India can call the joint meeting if there is a need. Then in this meeting, the Speaker of the Lok Sabha will preside. Okay, presiding officer. Okay, joint meeting. What is needed for this joint meeting? Suppose what we can say, there is a dispute between Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha regarding a non-money bill. It means Lok Sabha passed a non-money bill, and Lok Sabha sent that non-money bill to the Rajya Sabha, but Rajya Sabha, okay, didn't pass that one. So this will create a dispute or a deadlock between the Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. To solve this deadlock, President of India will call a joint meeting regarding non-money bill only. We will learn that afterwards. Okay. In consultation with the chairman of the Rajya Sabha, he nominates personnel for parliamentary delegations to various countries. Sometimes Indian parliament members visit other parliament in the world. No? Okay. Speaker can appoint the members in this committee. He presides over the contents of presiding officers of legislative bodies in India. Sometimes the speaker can call meeting of all the speakers in our country. In every legislative assembly of our country, no? For example, Vidhan Sabha, Uttar Pradesh Vidhan Sabha, there is a speaker. So like that, all the states have a Vidhan Sabha, and these Vidhan Sabhas are having speakers. Sometimes the speaker will call the meeting of these, okay, officers, and during that meeting he will preside. Okay, this is about the speaker of the Lok Sabha. Please remember his election and the various functions. So please revise. And now something about Rajya Sabha. So Indian Parliament is an example for bicameral. So please remember what is a bicameral legislature. We have already learned, no? A legislature with two houses is known as bicameral. Indian Parliament is an example for bicameral because of the presence of Lok Sabha or the House of People, Rajya Sabha or the Council of State, bicameral. The upper house of the Council of State is known as the Rajya Sabha. It represents the federation of the state of the Indian Union. Upper house. Which is a lower house then? Lok Sabha. Upper house is Rajya Sabha, then Lok Sabha is known as the lower house of the Indian Parliament. And what is the strength of the Rajya Sabha now? The maximum strength of the Rajya Sabha can be 250 members. The members fall into two categories: nominated and elected. Listen, already we have learned about the strength of the Lok Sabha now. What is the maximum strength of the Lok Sabha according to our constitution? Please remember that. Okay, and from various union territories, okay, from states, okay, and the President of India can nominate 2 members to the Lok Sabha from the Anglo-Indian community. So here, in the Rajya Sabha, there are 2 types of members, elected and nominated. Now, nominated members, they are nominated by the President from among persons having special knowledge or practical experience in matters such as literature, science, art and social service. The nominated members are 12 in number. President of India can nominate 12 members to the Rajya Sabha, 12. And they are from various fields, maybe a doctor, an eminent doctor, an eminent sports person. Sachin Tendulkar was a member of the Rajya Sabha. Okay, an example. Shabana Azmi, another one. They were. The principle of nomination is aimed at having distinguished persons in the upper house chamber. That is the principle, no? In order to include some distinguished or famous or prominent or eminent figures in the Rajya Sabha. In the past, many eminent persons have been nominated by the President to the Rajya Sabha, like Raja Ramanna, a nuclear scientist, Prahlad Sen, Hema Malini, Kartar Singh Dugal, Nirmala Deshpande, Sachin Tendulkar. An example, President of India can nominate 12 members to the Rajya Sabha from various fields in order to include some eminent figures in the Rajya Sabha. And the elected members and the election to the Rajya Sabha that I will explain in the next video. So dear student, please revise the lesson. It means you have to read the textbook many times. Okay, and ready for the examination. Okay. Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha. Today we have learned about the election of the speaker of the Lok Sabha. Who is selecting the speaker of the Lok Sabha? So revise. So thank you very much for watching.